Hi, everyone, and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is Game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital group stage contest. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill. You take a look at Brooklyn. They've split their first 2 games in the NBA Cup. They have a 1-1 record in the group stage.
And with this being Game 3 of 4 in group stage, they won. 100% need this win tonight, so I expect the home crowd to be pretty rowdy.
And when you talk about the Raptors, looking for a road win and also their first win in group play for the NBA Cup.
Well, their chances of advancing to the knockout round, slim to none, but they're not lying down. Still a lot to play for.
And a lot of talk this year about MP and his sights set on securing the NBA Cup for his team. It really adds a bit of intrigue and drama to what's already become a fan favorite here in the early goings of the NBA season.
Yeah, as if we needed any more drama. MP, I think, draws a lot of attention to himself with his expectations and goals, but I admire that he puts his vision into reality and isn't afraid to tell the world what he wants to achieve. MP always seems to find a way to give us must-watch NBA action.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Josh Giddey out there with Grady Dick. Then there's Avdija, and it's Barry in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Avdija outside. Pass to Giddey. The 3! And he buries his first look.
Impressive decision there as Giddey just shot that one. No hesitation.
Here's Thunder. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Giddey passes to Barry. It's stolen by Nance. It's Barnes on the wing. And there's the screen. Pure from three-point range.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Dick, the pass to Giddey. Down low. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Atlanta, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at the Nets, they're happy with how they've played as of late. This is the time of year for optimism. This early in the season, anything is possible.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Climbing the ladder for the 360 flush. Ridiculous bounce.
He went so high for that one. Wow. Outside Dick. Pass to Neely. Here's Barry. He's guarded by Nance. Barry, pass to Avdija. And again, no good by Toronto. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Whitehead, and he buries his first look.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Raptors. They trail by 6. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
And Giddey is just so clever at finding ways to the rim. Good at ripping through holes in the deep.
Pass to Dillingham. There's the triple. And the three-pointer goes.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Raptors trail by 7. Here's Giddey. Outside Dick. Fires for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
And Giddey, just that 6th sense to find the open man.
Here's Dillingham. Barry pulls it in.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Pass to Neely. Now here's Dick. It's Giddey on the wing. He shoots. Nance pulls down the board.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Got a piece of it. Thunder, the pass to Whitehead. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Pass to Neely. Inside, here's Dick. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Hendricks is checked in for Toronto.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul on...
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. We've got A.J. Griffin, also Green out there, and it's Neely in at center, filling out the middle. Outside Barnes, puts up a three, and Neely pulls it down. Neely's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hendricks. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Brooklyn shooting it at 52%. Thunder, the pass to Nance. Here's Thunder. Nance with a screen on Green. And they take the lead. Thunder's got 14 points.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Green, the pass to Neely. Here's Hendricks. No points yet. From deep. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Pass to Dillingham. Up top, Nance. Here's Thunder. Right wing. Let's go with a 3. Dillingham, no good.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Brooklyn.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
The Nets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Takes it inside.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And again, Toronto, no good.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
And Griffin gets it to go.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Nance. Here's Thunder. Nance with a screen on Green. Thunder. And there's another one for the Nets.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Outside, Green. Griffin outside. The three. Nance pulls down the board. Nance has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Hendricks has got 4 rebounds now.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Fast break, Brooklyn. Pass to Thunder. Over to the wing. Here's Whitehead. Here's Dillingham. Defended by Griffin. Shoots from the line. It's hauled in by Bates.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And it's Green missing.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Raptors trail by 9. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He scored 28 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Griffin passes to Green to halt the run. Again, Green missing.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And the Raptors with some changes. Denny Obvious checked in for Griffin, and it's Josh Giddey in for Green. Thunder, the pass to Whitehead. Kessler, a screen. Here's Thunder. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Raptors trail by 11. Nabbing another steal. And that's his...
Yes, sir! Oh! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Bledsoe, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And the standings for the NBA Cup starting to come into focus.
Yeah, but there's still time to make a push. We'll just have to wait and see which teams are able to punch their ticket to the knockout round.
Outside Dick. Giddey with it. Give him 8. Avdia left side. Brooklyn pulls it in. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
If you can't match up on the boards, you are not going to win games. That's got to be a big lesson from that game.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Raptors trail by 15. He swipes the ball away again.
Got to be careful around him.
Man, he's been incredible at coming up with steals. Taking a look at some numbers here for him.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt and the camaraderie has grown.
Pass to Neely. Now here's Giddey. And there's a pick to snap the cold streak. No good on the shot.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Outside Dick. Back to Giddey. Takes the three. Drills it from deep. Giddey's got 11 points.
First three of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Knocks it loose. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Giddey at his size can get to the inside and make some things happen, that time drawing a foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. Brooklyn making a switch here. He's off on the second. And you look around the league. Brent, are small market teams having a moment?
Well, B.A., these teams have done a very good job of positioning themselves well. If you look back over the past couple years, what have they done? Well, they've had themselves a lot of pick, a lot of good fortune moving up in the draft and stuff.
Oh, I mean, just something else, man. Wow.
And make it happen.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Off the outside. Dick with it, guarded by Smith. Avdia from outside, nails it from three. Avdia's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
There's a screen to the left side wing. Thunder, the pass to Bledsoe. Here's Weber. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Weber's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Outside Giddey. And it's in there. Giddey's got 14 points for the game.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here he goes. Thunder. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Wow! Always fun to see point guard.
Yet another steal from him.
He's making history. Tied for third most steals in a single game.
Just incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. Pass to Giddey. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Brooklyn pulls it in. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nets leading by 20. Here's Thunder. Coming off a 28-point game against Utah.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Giddey passes to Neely. Off the outside. Here's Neely. To the paint to stop the run. And that's off the glass and in. 12 points for him.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Smith finds Bledsoe. Out left to the wing. From the arc. Smith, that one's good.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And so it's Brooklyn continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Halftime is here. And look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm after Ernie.
Shaq, if you want to be better.
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Brooklyn Nets.
They've got a huge lead, largely because they're showing their heart, the will, the determination.
Appreciate you joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play. Checked in for Toronto. Jalen Green comes in for Dick. Here's Neely, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. We've got Walker Kessler, and it's Bledsoe in at small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And that was our AT&T 5G slam can. Right. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And they picked up their second win in the group stage of the NBA Cup.
Well, that moves them to 2-1 during group play. And by avoiding that second loss,
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Game, MP. Tonight should be easy work.